Welcome back. In this episode, we're addressing a critical question. How do you stop self-silencing? Throughout this series, we've explored various aspects of self-silencing. The fear of being judged by those we care about, the worry of angering and upsetting people, being unsure you could defend your ideas, the feeling of not being good enough, and the worry that our ideas are insignificant. These are the most common barriers that prevent us from truly expressing ourselves. But the big question remains, how do we break through these barriers? How do we find our voice and use it confidently? In this episode, we'll summarize the methods that I've shared in previous episodes and introduce a powerful tool to reframe your mindset and begin to overcome self-silencing. Before we dig into that, I want you to first really get clear on why you are self-silencing. By now you should know that self-silencing often comes from deeply ingrained beliefs and fears. It could be due to past experiences where we felt our voice wasn't valued, or societal conditioning that taught us to prioritize other people's opinions over our own. By silencing ourselves, not only do we hinder our personal and professional growth, but it can also lead to feelings of frustration, unfulfillment, and disconnection from our authentic selves. Understanding the why behind self-silencing is the first step towards change. It's about identifying the root causes and actively working to challenge and transform them. In each episode in the mini-series, we've looked at the 5 common reasons why, but I encourage you to reflect on what resonated with you the most and analyze what you feel is holding you back, because there could be other reasons that are more personal to you. Thinking of my own journey and experiences, one of the other reasons that I can sometimes hold back is when my emotional energy is low, when I don't feel like I'm in a place to handle any kind of confrontation or criticism. Because I'm more of an introvert and I sometimes just don't have the energy for people or peopling in any form. In these moments, I allow myself leniency, as I know that in a day or two, I will be in a much better mental state and have more energy. So think about how this shows up for you. You can journal about it to help you get your thoughts clear on this. Explore how you feel and what thoughts are going through your mind when you're hesitating to speak up. Which leads me on to how we can begin to overcome self-silencing. Firstly, it's important to realize that this is a journey that involves several steps, and it's crucial to approach it with patience and self-compassion. So what are these steps? The first one is to get clear on why you're self-silencing. As I mentioned just now and in many of the other episodes, it all starts with acknowledging and understanding the reason why you specifically are self-silencing. Reflect on this when those instances arise and write down what... Reflect on this when those instances arise and write it down to help you gain clarity. Understand yourself is the next step. Know what you stand for and live by your values. Be sure of what you want to speak up about and get clear on the ideas that you want to share and why you want to share them. Step 3 is to begin to embrace vulnerability. Accept that connection comes from being imperfect and vulnerable. I explore this more in the book. However, just know that sharing your true thoughts and feelings and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and let people in is a necessary step to forging trust and developing strong relationships. But this doesn't mean laying yourself bare and revealing every single thing about yourself and being open and honest when you're not ready and you don't feel comfortable with that. The step 4 is to develop that experimental mentality. Approach sharing your ideas and posting on social media as experiments. It's not about success or failure, it's about learning and growing, seeing what resonates with others, and then being open to refining your thoughts. Step 5 is to start small and take those gradual steps. Go to a smaller group or to a family member and approach them with your ideas and thoughts first. You don't have to be putting this out in the world to everyone right away. And number 6 is to surround yourself with those who support you, who encourage you, and they support your authentic expression. And building your tribe so that you find where you belong. Each of these steps plays a role in breaking the cycle of self-silencing. But remember, it's a process. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this path. So I want to share with you this tool, the what if game, and it's a reframing technique and a powerful way to shift your focus from self to service. So to play, you will just grab a piece of paper, or maybe you can have a table on your computer, and you want to just have 2 columns. And in the first column you label it self, and in the second column you label it service. And then I want you to think about the what if questions that are coming up for you when you are about to post something on social media, when you are considering speaking out on something that's important to you, the challenge that you're facing. And I want you to think about those what if questions. So it could be, what if someone criticizes my idea? What if people don't like the true me? What if I make a mistake and I look foolish? What if sharing my story upsets someone? What if someone says something negative about my ideas? Think of all the what if questions that are coming up for you in that instance. And then I want you to flip the perspective and think about the what if from the audience's point of view, but something that they can benefit from. For example, what if someone needs to hear this today and it helps them to take action? What if my ideas inspire constructive discussions and growth for someone? What if my vulnerability encourages others to embrace theirs? What if my idea inspires someone to change in a positive way? Or simply, what if I make someone smile with joy today? This tool helps you flip those fears on their head and explore the possibilities, the positive possibilities that can come from expressing yourself. You'll find this tool inside the mini book Stop Self-Silencing, but I also have 2 more powerful tools in there to help you with this. But if you're looking for ongoing support, please do come and join me in the Visibility Lab. Visit fifemason.com/TVL to find out more. So to wrap up this episode, remember, stopping self-silencing is about embarking on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. It's about reclaiming your voice and recognizing it brings value to the world. I hope that the tools and strategies I've shared in this series will help you on the journey. But remember, your voice matters and the world needs to hear it. Thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to hearing about your journey to finding and using your authentic voice. Come and connect with me on my social media channels, and you can find many more resources and guidance on fifemason.com/connect. If you found value in this episode and are seeking more personalized support on your journey to visibility, I'd like to extend a special invitation to you. Join me in the Visibility Lab. This unique space is designed for individuals like you who are ready to amplify their voice, embrace their authentic selves, and make a genuine impact. You'll find an empowering community of like-minded individuals, all working towards greater visibility. So if you're ready to step out of the shadows and into your light, to stop self-silencing and make the impact that you've always dreamed of, then join us in the Visibility Lab. Visit fifimason.com/TVL to find out more.